right. We are live. Here we are for week 3 of the Six Sigma Road League at Fuji. What we got today? Partly cloudy. The weather's only 78. Does it say track temp down there somewhere? Yes, 104 for the track temperature. So it's a little warm. The drivers are starting qualifying now. Won't be any times out yet. Uh-oh, it's saying my encoding's overloaded. Turn down video settings. Or faster encoding preset.
Yeah, your stream is very framey.
Well, that didn't happen last time.
Let the scuff begin.
Already fighting it. The overlay's working. You just, we got other issues. Let me see what happens if I stop the Discord thing just to test.
Looks like it's still doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's doing the same thing. The numbers aren't looking very good anyways. Why was this not a problem last time?
Did your bitrate get reset?
Shouldn't have. I didn't change anything. Output. Can I apply this while the stream's still going? I don't know.
Oh, it's running smoother now. It's still just pixely. It might be a me thing though. It is a me thing. Let's do this. Okay, yeah, now it's running smooth.
Okay. Oh, yep. Skipped frames percentage is dropping. Wonder why it did that. I want to... Probably shouldn't. But I want to change that setting back just to see if it was actually the issue. Or just resetting it fixes it, maybe.
Oh, it buffered a little bit there. Still seems to be running smoothly.
Yeah, the drop frame percentage is still going down. Well, I guess that's something new to keep an eye on. Always something going on. All right. I think some people have some times in. So far, we got Richard Hibbs with a 138.4. I want to set this to gap, I think, to see the differences. There we go. And he beats it with a 138.2. And so far we have Peter Arundel, or Peter of Arundel, as Ben would say, sitting in P2 with a 38.5. One of the newcomers to the series. Who's just starting here? Daniel's just starting his lap. Let's have a ride with him inside the car here. See what a lap around here is like. There's a very tight hairpin at the beginning. There's a kind of a fast left-hander and a long sweeping right. See if I remember this track. I've only done one event at it.
I mean,
hard brake, about a 90 left. No, more than a 90 left. It's just a soft right. Then you come up and you're going to be braking for the chicane. Yep, run down the gears through the chicane. Back on the throttle, a little dab on the brakes, back to the right. A sweeping left-hander that likes to murder you by locking up the rears or sliding the rears. It's a decreasing radius. Then you go up the hill and this kind of long right-hander that's another decreasing radius. Maybe that's why I don't like Fuji so much, is all the decreasing radius corners.
Fuji always also feels horribly off-camber.
Yeah, it always, I don't know. Yeah, just something about it always feels weird. And then the incredibly long straight. I still have some. Wait, are these the skipped frames and these are the good frames? I think that's what it is. Okay, my skipped frames aren't increasing. Alright, let's go back to TV3 and... That's not TV3. There's TV3. Oh, some people that are still out there. We got Peter coming in with that 37. First one in the 37s.
I think there was some talk earlier about possibly getting into 36s, but I couldn't quite tell if it was sarcastic or joking around or if they were serious.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if they're thinking about like late in the feature when the track maybe cools off a little bit and they're light on fuel. Possibly. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one myself. So far we got Peter with that 137, the only one in the 37s. Sean Ryan and sitting in that P2 with a very low 38. Can I show this time? There we go. That's what I should have for quali.
I believe Hibbs was last week's winner, right? Sitting down in P3.
Yes, I believe that's correct. And our winner of last week is down in P18 currently with a 140, but I know he also wasn't able to practice and was basically just glad to be online in time to get into qualifying, so we might see him speed up later in the evening. Oh, got Mitch saying hi in chat. Hey, Mitch.
One notable absence from this race will be Tiago. He's out enjoying nature.
Yeah, I don't know what... as PC gamers and especially sim racers, you're not supposed to touch grass. I don't know why he's out there touching so much grass.
Maybe there isn't much grass where he's at since it's so cold.
Oh, that could be.
He's using a exploit.
I'm just getting some news that Corey Abbott might be joining the session, but he's going to be late because of college stuff, so if we see him randomly pop in, that's why. Yep, Mitch couldn't make it tonight, but it looks like he's going to do oval tomorrow and back for road next week. I haven't practiced at all for oval tomorrow. I'm not sure how that's going to go. Can we load the grid? I don't think we can. Nope, we can't. Can't load the grid until quality session is finished. Okay.
Oval's going to be at Road America, which would be quite an interesting tune-in.
Yeah, especially since I haven't practiced it at all. That's kind of a anytime we hit the road in the Oval League, it's just kind of I might practice, I might not. The race is I'm not going to win the race, and it's kind of one of those weeks to just see what happens. Oh, as we got a few minutes till quali's over, I could pop up our championship points. Oop. Of course, you won't be able to see them, but so in the pros, currently we have Skylar Raven leading the pro points with Declan in kind of a close P2. There's a little bit of a gap there. But then there's a huge group of super tight competition. Third and down, there's Richard Hibbs, Jimmy Hayden, Adam Novotny, Richard Wishawn, and Brandon Dooley, all within 9 points of each other. Seven, all within 7 points of each other. So it's pretty tight all the way down to P7. I mean, really the whole top seven's pretty close, and even down below that, because some of those drivers don't have 2 races. Some of them only have 1 race in their pocket. And then in the AMs, let's pop over to the AMs. AMs, we got Logan Key leading the pack, our last year's AMs champion, with a surprising Kenny McGrath in second after his first AM win last week. So he had a great race. We have Rashana Trey currently in third, just a couple points behind Kenny. Mark Rondow in fourth, and Chan in fifth. So there's Logan's got a pretty big gap on the points there, but kind of the same thing. A couple of those guys have only had 1 race instead of 2. So.
Yeah, and Logan's also having another strong showing today by being our highest qualifying AM driver in P11, but Daniel Reinhardt himself is not very far behind him.
Yeah, let me get that popped back up here. Where is he? Hard to see through. Oh, it's the leaderboard split. It goes from 9 to 14th because I'm clicked on Richard. There we go. Now we can see him in order. So yeah, Daniel's only 2,000th behind him. And who's the next? And Mark Rondow is the next amateur down the list. Kenny, who of course won the race last week, he just bought the track just before the session. So I'm not sure what we're going to see out of him tonight. Wait a minute,
that's not a pace truck.
No pace truck. I guess I should talk to them. No pace truck tonight. I like to change it up. I like to alternate every race.
Was it a pace
That
truck last
Mustang,
week?
pretty close to the truck.
I think it was. Is either the
I believe
first?
I thought it was a Porsche.
Oh, it was. It was
the
first week. The first week it was a truck.
3 white calls in turn 1.
Because I thought a truck at Suzuka would be funny.
I hope your spotters are on because I might go through someone's turn 1.
Dirt track, and I couldn't keep up with the truck.
I was only being sarcastic. I don't know about Kenny.
It may or may not be true.
I believe in you, bud. You got this.
Trying to let them
Can he live up
clear
to
the
the
comms
nickname?
a little bit before I
I
address
mean,
them.
let's be honest. I
turned
100%
up
can.
in-game chat a little bit because I had a
But
hard time
will
hearing it.
I don't know.
So hopefully, if anybody has issues, I'll be able to hear them better this
F1
time.
races at Canada and Australia that said he 100%
Track is a
can.
little bit wider around here, so there should hopefully be less
Listen,
issues.
the Australia one was my first time
It's just all those
Walls are
tight,
still-
weird corners.
Yeah,
weird
but
corners
you
and the
didn't know
walls
where the
come
brake
up
pedal
very
was.
quickly.
Yes.
I knew where the brake pedal was. I just didn't know how long it took to stop.
Surprised they're not even rolling yet. Somebody's not loading in yet. Or is that because... Oh, that's because Corey joined the
Peter, is
session,
that a
but he's not
Trinidad
there
and
yet.
Tobago
Yep,
flag?
I believe Corey's
on
in the
your
session, but we'll
driver's
have to
card?
be waiting another 20 seconds till go time.
Yep, so we're waiting for the full count time. For the grid time.
100% is. I don't care.
Who's that directed at?
They're starting... Okay, so they're starting in the chicane. Alright, well, as usual, pros and AMs are racing each other. Everybody gets the same points. Doesn't matter what class you're in. Take it easy into turn one. Fun is mandatory. I'll see you on the other side.
Good luck, everybody. Have fun.
I believe someone has opted not to use the
You
chicane.
too, Gary.
Did they drive
Go fast,
straight
don't
through?
die.
I can't tell if they drove straight through or they decided to just go far left and then cut across the grass. I believe that was is that Sean Ryan? I believe it was Sean Ryan.
Looks like they are. Well, no, they're getting lined up better now.
Oh.
They were kind of a little one-laned there for a bit. Somebody going way wide at the end, trying to catch up to the pack there. All right, pace car. The pit entry line's already started. All right, the pace car swerves out of the way. We're getting ready to go for the heat. Is it green flag yet? There it goes. I think, is it one of those where it's alternate lines, where the finish isn't the same as the start? I can't remember. Anyways,
I also can't remember.
we're all diving down into the tight P1. We'll take a glance through the field, make sure everyone makes it. We got a pretty good showing tonight with, there's a couple cars that aren't on track right now. John Liu and Corey Abbott is going to be starting later. But we have 30 cars in total, so pretty good showing tonight. Got a bunch of cars side by side. I don't see any incidents. Oh no, John Liu jumped to pits. Not sure what happened there. See if I can do some investigating here. Well, it's not really telling me. I'm not sure. We have a...
We have a few people that are dropping pretty hard. There might have been a
we
incident.
have, yeah, we
Pretty
got
sure
a...
that move was never gonna work.
We got a... Something big going on back there. Let's have a little replay. Here's from Kenny's point of view. Oh, they were... Oh, wow. There was a big pile up in the... Going into the chicane.
Andrew, did that jump look cool?
Oh, it looks like Georgie just got up a little bit on the inside of somebody. And it was not a good spot for it. That was almost a throw caution wreck, but
Sorry, Richard.
there was a hole there for people to get through. Thankfully.
You might want to turn your
Okay.
music off.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry. I have the music turned down in my ears so I can hear stuff while it's going through the opening, and I completely forgot it was playing. That's my bad. Working out the kinks, as usual. Oh, did I go
Looks
back
like,
to live? Yes, I'm back on live. Okay. Oh, we
Looks
got a
like
good
our
little
biggest-
pack right here. Oh,
Yeah.
big. Another wreck going into the chicane.
Check up, check up, check up.
Let's get a quick replay of that. Oh no! Declan moved over. I don't know if he moved over for a block or, you know, taking his line on the inside, but he did it just a little bit too late and caught the nose.
It almost looked like he was intending to slide into the slipstream.
Look at that one more time here. Was that Jimmy that was? I think that was Jimmy. No. I had a hard time seeing the number on that one. Oh, we still got best lap times up as well. Let's get that changed over to the, maybe not the gap. Let's go intervals so we can see who's close to each other. Chris Dowden's, well, was side by side with Andrew Storzum. Got a few pretty good packs in here. Peter's kind of driving off. Sean Ryan's kind of driving off. This is one of the better packs we got currently. That and also our winner from last week, Skylar Rabin.
Looks like our biggest mover so far is unfortunately Mark Rondeau and Georgie. Unfortunately, it's 12 positions in the wrong direction, but our biggest mover forwards is Skylar Rabin. He's up 6 positions from where he started.
Yeah, up 6. We also have a Leighton here tonight. He wasn't here last week, but he's here today, and he's up 5 positions, so he's doing pretty well for himself. I'm guessing we're seeing a lot of plus positions here and there from the early wreck. But this is just the sprint. It's a short 15-minute race. We're already 5 minutes in, 10 to go. And then we have our big 45-minute feature later where all these people that maybe got caught up in a wreck that, you know, nobody wants to be in one. But you get caught in a wreck you don't want to be in, and you get some time to try to bring it back. Oh, Jimmy with a very tight cutover.
Sorry, Skylar.
On the nose of Skylar, and he apologizes for it. That was, from the server side, it looked like they were kind of inside each other to me. That was very close.
Yeah, I think they probably rubbed a little bit of paint.
Yeah, swapped a little carbon there.
Trying to get some mid-race weight reduction.
Yeah, just working together. Make some modifications to the car. Oh, Skylar almost peeking up on the inside. There's not really any place to go there, though. Oh, track map. The track map always disappears on me, and I don't know if it's just a thing that it does, but let's throw the track map up there. We're coming around to the straight. Let's have, let's see. Where's my... Oh, I can do it over here. I'm still remembering how all this works for sure. Let's have a little ride with Skylar. Oh, Jimmy kind of got away from him. I was going to say let's have a ride with Skylar and see how he comes up to him, but... I'll have a ride with Skylar, see what this lap looks like here.
Looks like earlier Skylar kind of drove over one of the very large bumps on the outside of that final turn there. He lost some momentum going down the straight.
Oh, is that what happened?
I was between Jimmy and him, yeah.
Okay, I was finding options on my other screen and missed that. Yeah, those sausage curbs are no joke here. In the, I don't know how strong these cars' wheels are and like holding the alignment and stuff, but you could, in the GT3s, you can easily knock a wheel out of alignment just by going over one of those. Coming down to the chicane, closing the gap, maybe. Definitely closed it up some. I did not test drive this track to see what it felt like myself. Mostly because I dislike it so much. And I didn't want to put myself through that pain. But I can imagine a few of these corners where it's probably pretty easy to get the rear end loose. Especially as easy as these things are to spin out.
It's not much better in Gran Turismo. It is still just as awkward of a track to drive.
Yeah. Oh, we got Kerry Brooks either making a move or having a move made on him. I'm not sure what's... Oh, Richard had just passed Kerry. It looks like Kerry just got him back going down into that first hairpin. And once again, as soon as I look away, Skylar's right on the back of Daniel. Now, they are in two different classes, but as we do here, everybody gets the same points for the positions that they finish, so they do race together. The classes really only matter for championship. Uh-oh, we have Coy, Coy and Kenny. And Daniel. Let's have a little replay there, see what happened. Oh, and I just missed some action. As soon as I clicked, I saw Jimmy on the inside of somebody. Of Skylar, I think. Oh, Coy just slid. Yep, that's the turn I was talking about that can be easy to slide out. Is that all we had happen? Here we have Chan coming up. I think this is just a slide again. Oh, it was caught the sausage curb, threw the car up in the air. And Peter. We also had a spin from Peter, who's now down in 6th. Oh, he felt it and almost caught it. Oh, and then he had to wait for traffic. That is rough after that commanding lead he had. Get back to the action here. Let's go have a look at Kerry again. Looks like Richard Wishown has found his way back around Kerry, and now Kerry has Richard Hibbs. He's bracketed by the Richards. Got to figure out where to go. How to get out of that situation.
But yeah, Hibbs probably has a little bit of a fire because he's looking to make back the positions he's lost in this race. He's down about 2.
Yeah, he's definitely coming back from the incidents that happened at the beginning. We're coming around. Let's see. This lap is going to make... It'll be about 11:30 by the time... Oh, I see more smoke. That's not... I don't think that was any of the leaders. I believe that was John Liu. It could have been Kenny. I see Kenny on the list as well. But as we're coming around, we're about 3 minutes left to go. So that's maybe 2 more laps. Yeah, it would have to be like 2 more laps. And with Peter's little slide there, we got Sean Ryan taking the lead back. It's got a pretty decent gap out there at 1.7 seconds.
Sorry, Dan.
There's another 2 seconds back to Richard Wishown from Brandon Dooley. Oh,
You're good.
Popping out of existence there for a second. Guess it doesn't matter if you're flashing a bunch in the race as long as you're way out in the lead.
That's true. It's the best way to avoid getting an incident, too.
Oh, we got a good little pack here. We're going 3 wide almost with Declan almost going up the middle, following Skylar Rabin. That's not, that must be, is that lap traffic they're going through? Because that is not a Leighton. I'm not sure who they were going by there, but that was almost wild. The track is at least fairly wide here, so you can go side by side fairly easily. Oh, we got somebody spun off. Looks like Nathan. Let's see, was that just a spin, or did he get... Oh, yep, that was just a spin. Whee! So Skylar and Declan are having a pretty good fight right now. Other than that, we have a Leighton coming up through the field, currently behind Daniel Reinhardt. Let's have a little watch here, see if a Leighton can make a move.
Sorry, Nathan.
Oh, you're all good. I probably shouldn't have followed you.
He's following in close, but there's also not I don't know that there's a huge amount of passing opportunities here either.
The easiest passing opportunity is definitely down into turn 1, because with most of the rest of the track, once you finish a turn, you're immediately into another turn. So you're end up running too wide for almost the entire lap.
That's one of the problems, is it's just continuous turns at this track, it feels like. So there you got the hairpin at turn 1, and then you also have, if you have a run on them, coming down to the chicane, you can try to get on the inside in the chicane. Other than that, like you have to really have a good run out of a corner or something to try to get a nose in.
As we've seen in this race, that going into that chicane is a bit of an error trap. We've had quite a few drivers go around and lose more time than they can gain.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, I see a white flag. Barney is waving the white flag. Leighton's going out on the outside. Not going to make it happen. Daniel with a little bit of a lockup. But it's the last lap. We don't care about the tires anymore. Going right through the cone. Did he get a... Yep, he got a 1X. Taking a 1X through the corner. Oh, Leighton's right on the tail end of him. Sean's getting close to finishing the race, but we got some pretty good action right here. Oh, Leighton making a move on the outside. Yeah, that's the outside. Daniel's just not giving up that inside at all. Whenever Leighton has a move, has a chance to make a move, I should say. And we got Sean coming down the straight right now. He's going to be taking the win. He's not technically across the line, but I'll say that because it's a long straight. Brandon Dooley coming in second. Richard Hibbs in third. Kerry Brooks in fourth. Wait, did I say Richard Hibbs? Richard Wishown in third. Kerry in fourth. Richard Hibbs in fifth. I saw the card, not the name. Peter is already off the track, I guess. In sixth. Chris Dowden's somewhere. There we go. Seventh. Andrew Storzum coming in ninth. Logan Key coming in eighth. And Jimmy Hayden will round out the top 10. Leighton didn't
That was a good last lap, Steven. That was fun.
Get around Daniel there, but he sure was trying.
Thanks.
That was some great racing between those two on those last couple laps.
Yeah, you did real good.
We'll let these guys...
I think I got pinballed by about 5 cars in that first turn pile.
Chill out a little bit.
Oh, no.
Leighton may end up looking for a very, very early move on Daniel there. going into the
going into the
main
next
feature.
into the feature. Yeah, it's a long race, so there's plenty. Sean really is blinking a bit to the server there.
It's just Tron's wonderful internet again.
We'll watch Brandon. He knows what he's doing. We don't have to worry about him. All right, there goes the session changing over. We're going into the warm-up. We have a 10-minute warm-up here. I will pop up the heat results. Yes, there we go. I did it.
Good battling to both Richards. I was Richard Sandwich.
Yes, he sure was.
Good round.
All right, well, we got a 10-minute warm-up. We're going to take a little break, let these guys do whatever they want to do, and we'll be back for the 45-minute feature. And we are back. Get the grid set up here. Find the cars as they get ready. Go give them a little chat. All right, you got 45 minutes. No hurry to get anything done. Hopefully we have a little cleaner first lap. If anything happens worse than that last one, I'll throw a caution. Luckily we had a hole in that first one to get through for the most part. We got Sean Ryan in the front row with Brandon Dooley right next to him.
Whee!
Richard Wishown in row 2 with Kerry Brooks. Richard Hibbs in row 3 with Peter of Arundel. Chris Dowden row 4 with Andrew Storzum next to him. Row 5 we got Logan Key, our highest amateur once again, with Jimmy Hayden next to him. And row, I lost count, 6, Daniel Declan Daniel, man, I'm all messed up tonight, with Skylar Rabin next to him. So I'm guessing we're going to be looking for Skylar. Declan's couldn't be up there. I don't know. This grid up here, I think anybody can do about anything in this grid that's about to start up, at least up front for sure.
Yeah, towards the end of the heat race, Brandon has a little bit of heat under him trying to catch up to Sean there, but we'll see if he can actually keep it up 45 minutes.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time to do it if he can keep him in his sights and not let him run off. And here we go. Sean kind of just, I don't know, Brandon wasn't really next to him when we started. Brandon may miss out on filtering into P2 here, coming down in the first corner, because he's on the outside with a little bit of a late or lagged start. Let's have a look through everyone, make sure everybody gets through. Looks like everybody did all right. Let's get the track map back up because it disappeared again. I think it resets like every single session. We'll go back up to the lead pack, and then we'll watch the whole field go through the chicane this time because we learned our lesson. Sean's getting a little bit of a lead out there with that kind of early jump with Brandon lagging a little bit.
Intimidation tactic.
Oh, a little lockup from Richard. Here comes everybody in. We got some 2 wides, some kind of like technically 3 wides, but they're way out there. Just kind of click through the field the best I can. Everybody's through! We can do it. Look at that.
I believe the first like 6 or 7 cars all cut the inside of that corner there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty big cut, but I only see a few people at incident points, so apparently it's legit. Oh, we got a slide out there in the back. Looks like it's Daniel. Let's have a little replay of that. Was it just a lockup? Oh, just got loose coming out of the corner.
Looks like he probably got on the gas too early.
Yep, maybe just a little bit too much power, maybe. He is, from what I hear, he is building a spec Miata, so he might not know what power is, like me, you know, us Miata drivers.
Hey, hopefully I'm going to end up being a Miata driver in not too long.
Hey, that would be cool. Just add another one to the group. We already got 3 in the league, at least that I know of.
When I was down south, I joined a Miata group, even though I was just driving my Corolla hatch.
Yeah. We'll look through here for some racing. Stephen Kelly down on the inside of Kenny McGrath. Doesn't quite make the pass. No, McGrath passed him. I caught that at the wrong time. Kenny's going up. Whoa, that's, you were there, but you never know how that's going to roll.
Very bold move. It looks like they rub paint off.
Oh, no, and then he goes around. Hopefully he gets... Oh, Daniel got caught. Hold. Okay, go. Or was that Dan? No, Steve, not Daniel. I think it was Steve that got caught.
Hey, Demon, do I have any damage?
Oh, Jimmy's asking for damage. Jimmy, let's go here. We are checking. Is this live?
Go to live. It is not live.
It's not
now
live.
It's live.
Where's Jimmy?
Yeah.
I think he looks all right.
All the bits and pieces still look like they're there.
It looks brand new to me, unless I'm missing something.
It's a very interesting design.
I was just checking. I got whacked pretty hard.
Huh. Yeah, I don't
These
see...
cars have an interesting design with having the nose caved in the way that it is, because it's probably a good 6 or 7 inches reaching down into there.
Yeah, it's a really big scoop, I guess. It's like a spoon.
It surprised me how tall they were as well. It's kind of like, it really is like a bubble with wings.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Looks like we got Chris Dowden going around the outside of Peter. Or trying to go around the outside of Peter. Having a drag race down the long straight. See what happens when they get down to the hairpin here. Of course, Peter's going to have the inside. And he's gonna take the position. But you can kind of get a little bit of a chance if you get a good exit coming down here. Sometimes if you're this close, if you get a good exit right out of this corner, you can sneak in on that left side before the next left-hander. They have a little bit of a gap there.
Hey, Corey down there, he's sneaking up the ranks there. He's up into P16 right now. He's up 14
Oh yeah,
position.
we should check on Corey. He joined the session earlier, but he wasn't able to be here for the start of the race, and I don't think he was in the heat at all.
I don't believe so.
He made it to the feature, so technically, yeah, he was last, and is now up to 16th, making his way up the field. For close battles, we kind of only have a couple. There's Logan Key with Joe Lee behind him, Jimmy Hayden behind that, Ryan Phillips behind that. They're all kind of got the same gaps between them. Besides that, we have Peter and Chris Dowden still going at it. Oh, we now have Richard and Richard getting fairly close together. Sean's still out there with a about a 1.8 second lead. And Brandon's just another 7/10 behind there. Looks like Rick Wishon and Coy McGrath are not in the race. Oops. Accidentally clicked. Accidental click, sorry. These guys are just kind of staying where they are. Of course, they still have plenty of time to do what they need to do.
Brandon Dooley's down into fourth now. I think Richard Wishown and Richard Hibbs are both really itching to get a shot to go after Sean.
Yeah, they also both come from the same community. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they try to, you know, team up and do a little drafting down the straights. Of course, I don't know if they're on comms with each other or not, but I do know they come from the same community. As well as Brandon Dooley, actually. All three of them are in some other leagues together.
I believe you said the track temp was about 104 in the qualifying. It looks like it might be down to about 86 degrees.
Oh wow,
that's what the data is showing.
That's quite the drop. That's actually what we were kind of hoping for in this series, to as we want it to be kind of beginner friendly. As the tires wear down, the track should cool off and should help keep some of the grip. And so yeah, that's what we're kind of going for this season. Now next week we will be. Is Corey Abbott still moving up? Oh, he's getting close to Jeff Oaks. Yeah, he's getting close to Jeff Oaks. See if he can make a pass here. He's flying up the field. But next week we will be at Nordschleife, which will be that will finish our European, well, not European, because we're in Japan right now. It will finish our non-American tour, overseas tour, I guess we could call it, because all the rest of the season we'll have a break for Christmas, week break for Christmas, and then the rest of the season is all American tracks. So we will finish our over the seas tour and then head over to America to finish out the rest of the season. But for that Nordschleife, we are it's going to be a slightly different setup. We still have the sprint and the feature. The sprint may only be one lap. I don't know.
I believe it should be two if they're lucky.
It should be two
I'm
because
not 100% sure how the white
because
flag
it should
works.
be like a 7-minute lap for them, or 6 or something. I don't know, something like that.
If they have the confidence to drive it that fast.
Or 9, I don't know. It should be under 10 as far as I know. It
should be. I believe the TCRs, when I ran them around the Nürburgring, were around 9.
Okay, yeah, so that's what it's been a while since I've driven anything there. I was trying to remember lap times. So I'm pretty sure these should be like 7s or something. So yeah, maybe 3 laps, but probably 2. But the difference is going to be there's going to be no practice session, and the first hour warm-up that's normally the practice session will be an open qualifying session. So instead of lone qualifying, they will be doing open qualifying, but they have actually over an hour in the session to do it if they join at the beginning. So, and we had Corey Abbott completing that pass, up 15 positions into 15th now. Let's go have a little look at Sean Ryan leading the pack here. Got a 1.5 gap behind him to Richard Wishown.
Been about a 1.5 seconds for a couple of laps now. It's really staying steady.
And it looks like there's a car between them, too. Because isn't Richard in the purple car? Yeah, Richard's in the purple car, so we got a car between them as well. So Richard's going to have a little traffic to get into. Sean's going to have some traffic coming up here. So it looks like they're both starting to get into a little bit of traffic. The next traffic's a little ways up the road. But that will increasingly become more of something to fight as we go on.
The lap cars are useful going down the main straight to get that draft, but going around the most of the track, can be a little bit frustrating since aero wash and just having that other car in front of you that may not be going as fast as you want to when you're trying to outrun the person chasing you down.
Yep, absolutely. And I noticed Richard back here giving flashers to the lapper in front of him to let him know he's going to be coming down this hairpin, I'm sure.
And of course, compared to Formula cars, there isn't
Oh, he's got a lockup.
Whoa,
Goes
lock
little.
up.
Well, that made an easy pass for him.
I was just going to say how the blue flags don't necessarily need to completely yield for the other cars that are trying to pass them.
Yeah, he had enough of a gap. He could have held that corner. But looks like he just gets a lucky break with him having that lockup there.
It is very intimidating to have a faster driver right behind you, though.
Who actually was that? I'm not sure who has the blue. Andrew stores them. Because I know Skylar has a blue car, but that wasn't Skylar. Skylar's currently chasing down Ken Chrisman, who's Ken's doing pretty good. Up in 12th as the second amateur?
Second amateur, yeah.
Second amateur. So Ken's actually having a pretty good race so far. He is up 3 positions from the beginning. Also, for the biggest mover who didn't start in last because they weren't here, being Corey Abbott, we have Nathan Mishler, who's not cheating at being the biggest mover, at 10 positions up. So he's having quite the feature right now.
The 4th running amateur right now.
Yeah,
behind Ken and Ryan.
Ken and Ryan, yep. What kind of gap do... Oh, there's lots of numbers to add between there. It's like, what kind of gap does Ken have to get to Logan? But that's... Have a little look at Logan here. There's about a 3-second and a 5-second... Oh, there's just 2 cars between them. So there's about 8 seconds between those two, which is a lot of ground to make up.
Mm-hmm. But then again, anything could happen. It's just a single spin put Peter down into 7th from the heat race.
That's true. One little lockup, one little spin, and then if you're depending on where you're at, and you got to wait on traffic before you can rejoin the track, you can drop quite a few positions. We got Chris Dowden. Or no, Peter. Sorry. We got Peter coming up on Chris Dowden here. Unless Chris just passed Peter. I always, every time, I'm like, oh, they're catching him. Nope, they just passed him. I just miss the action every time. Well, here, I can double click it. We can replay it. We can watch it. Oh, Peter had to go out wide and then caught one of the big old curbs, sausage curbs. That let Chris get around. But they are still fighting close together. Maybe Peter could get a chance to strike back coming down this straight here. He gets close, but not close enough to try to make a move. Of course, as we say, they still got pretty good time, just a little under 30 minutes to go. I'm wondering when we're going to start seeing the pits start to open up. Oh, we got Sean Ryan setting the fastest lap last lap with a 37.5. They're definitely starting to lose some fuel and the track's cooling off as these guys are going to start going faster and faster.
Richard Hibbs isn't far off with a 37.7.
Yeah, and then Richard Wishown with the 37.9 just right behind that. Or Hibbs with the... Wait, why didn't the Oh, that was his. I'm looking at his last. Yeah, Washoun's best is a 77. Hibbs' best is a 75. They're all right up there together. We have Peter, who's back in 7th with a 37.8 as his fastest. And Kerry Brooks with a 38.2 for his fastest. So
Sean seems to be running some faster laps now. Maybe he's looking at trying to build out that gap.
oh, we got a big battle up here. I don't know where Kerry came from, but suddenly these guys are battling Kerry.
Kerry might be under assault here.
I think he is. Looks like Chris Dowden's gonna sneak by. Oh no, Kerry with the slide! Coming through the corner! Oh, he saves it though, stays out of the wall. Keeps the damage off of it. Peter and Chris are just going at it right now. This is awesome. Peter gets the... Or no, Chris got the inside. Their liveries are so close that I'm trying to figure out who's who. But Chris takes that battle. Peter's still trying to find a way around as they come around the last corner. Not last corner. The third to last corner. Camera view there, I thought that was the last corner for a second. Now they're coming around the last corner. If he can get a good run out of this, we'll see what happens down the straight. He is gaining with the draft, but not super fast. Down to 2/10. Oh, he's backing off as they're going into the braking zone. Keeping it nice and respectful. No reason to make too harsh of a movement with this much time to go.
Yeah, we are just barely over 20 minutes in this race. We have 25 minutes left.
Getting close to that halfway mark. We got some getting into some lap traffic. Kind of having to weave through a little bit there. Everybody kept it together though. Are we missing Chris this week? We're missing Chris Schuessler this week.
I believe I saw that he wasn't going to be able to make it this week.
I probably saw that earlier and forgot, I would bet. Too many things going on today, getting ready. Pretty much spent all day at work doing this. So, you know, that's how busy my day was at work, but I'm glad I had the time to get all this officially fixed up and running.
Better than me doing paperwork.
So we're about halfway through. Let's have a little... I don't think too much is going to happen right now. Let's have a little rundown of the field. We got Sean out there in first with about a 2-second gap now, so the gap's opened up half second or more, kind of depending on where they are on the track. Richard Washoun running around in P2, followed by Richard Hibbs about a little over second back. And then we got kind of a gap. It looks like Brandon's fallen off the pack a little bit.
Right.
About 4 seconds back. Chris Dowden in fifth with Peter right behind him. And, oh, it looks like Declan has joined the group with the exact same paint as Peter, so that's helpful. Oh, the wings are different. One's white and one's red. Okay, we got some differentiators.
Differentiation?
Differentiation? Yeah. Trying to make up words as we go. Oh! Chris went wide on that last turn. Peter got around. Is that going to slow him down for the straight? Declan's going into the pits. I wonder if that slowed him down enough on the straight. Declan's feeling like maybe he's being held up a little bit, so he's going to have an early pit, try to undercut. Looks like Jimmy Hayden's in as well.
Yeah, it's possible they're going for like the very early undercut.
Yeah, I mean, it did seem like he caught that group kind of out of nowhere, so he may feel like they were holding him up a bit, and better strategy is to just pit now and hope that you don't have anybody off your nose as you come out.
I didn't quite see what the temperature was at the beginning of the race, but being at 86 degrees Fahrenheit, the tires should be in a good operating window after a lap or lap and a half. It should be able to last quite a while.
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm guessing that they're going to go all race on the same tires. As fast as those pit stops were, I'm going to guess that those are only fuel. We had a pit time of 12 seconds. I don't know how fast the tires get changed on these things. But now we got Declan back out with some open air. Jimmy behind him with some open air as well. So we'll see if this pays off for those guys.
Tiago's saying that we need to look for the 23 car, but unfortunately I believe that that's out touching grass right now.
Yeah, the 23 car is out touching grass, which is not what you're supposed to do. And who do we have going around? Richard Hibbs going around Richard Wishown.
Wishown seemed to have been struggling the last few laps. He fell behind about 2.5 seconds behind Sean and wasn't able to keep up with the lap times that Richard Hibbs was able to keep up around the mid-37s.
I wonder, as I said, they come from the same community. I wonder if they're on the comms to each other, and Richard was like, "Hey, Richard, I'm running a little faster here, possibly. Maybe we should switch spots and see what we can do." Oh, and Tiago was touching sandstone, actually.
I knew there was an exploit involved, touching sandstone instead of grass.
Yeah.
Like we have both Peter and Logan into the pits.
Oh, yeah. Also, Ryan Phillips and Kenny McGrath coming in, so it's looking like it's getting to be about that time. Peter is out, and Declan is... I think it's about the same gap as it was before, to Peter anyways.
It's saying that Peter is now a lap down, so are all the lapped cars below P12 right now?
You know what? I'm not sure because it's not. I don't think it's. I don't think it's showing the colors correctly to me right now. Yeah, it is. It's P20. Yeah.
So I'm trying to do math in my head and follow along with the colors, and I'm like, ooh, shiny colors.
Whoa! Who was that? Was that who am I on right now? That
number
was Daniel.
32?
That was Peter. He went way off. So Declan gets a free pass there. Of course, they got the same liveries with different mirrors, so I assume they're teammates. Some of the communities I don't know well enough to know who all is teamed up with each other. We don't have any formal teams here, but there are people that come from the same communities. Now we got Chris Dowden back in the fight. We must have... Oh, he pit and we missed it. So they do get around Chris. So that pit did work out for Daniel, as he is now out in front with Peter behind and Chris behind that.
Corey Abbott has managed to sneak his way up to 7th.
Has he? Oh, yeah. He hasn't pit yet. So he's got... So until he pits, he is plus 23 positions. Almost the whole field. Looks like Jimmy kept his spot, but he's got a clean nose right now. Nobody in front of him. So Jimmy's got room to breathe. Nathan coming under fire from Declan, who Nathan hasn't pit yet. We'll see if they have to fight too much. They got a car spun around. I think they just reset. Oh, yep. They jumped to pits. Looks like he might be letting them around.
Ooh, very close move there down.
Yep, I don't think he was quite ready for him to go for the pits.
That is a tricky spot when you're trying to run the outside and the pit's all the way on the other side of the track and you're in traffic.
Yep. Yep, and it's hard. You got to make sure the pit starts so early on this, the line for it. You got to make sure to get cut over as quick as you can, because if you miss that entrance, you are screwed. 40-second penalty.
So luckily, it's not quite as scary of a situation as Watkins Glen is, where the pit lane technically starts before that final turn.
Yeah,
but
you have to be over there.
Everyone waits until after the end of the last turn there and just shoot off into the pits.
Yep. Yeah, if you are not on the inside, you're not pitting at that track. So we still have Corey Abbott up 23 positions. Got teammate Leighton Norgard right behind him. Neither of them have pit. They're the furthest two down that haven't pit yet. Oh, we got Richard Hibbs and Brandon Dooley coming down pit road. I see Richard's car is up in the air. I don't know if that means that he's getting tires or not. I don't know if it just does it no matter what if you get fuel. I haven't really paid enough attention when I was in practice sessions.
I want to say it feels like that they raise the car up every time, but I could be wrong. Or he could have just forgotten to uncheck them.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, because I don't think these guys are getting tires. Richard's pit was a little long at a 15.8 in the pit box, where everybody else is kind of 11s to 13s. So we'll see what happens there. It looks like Corey did go in. Leighton's still out. Kerry Brooks is still out. Sean hasn't pit yet. Richard Wishown hasn't pit yet. Is Sean going to come in this? Looks like Sean's coming in this time. Looks like Richard's going to follow him in. This could be a little bit of a catch-up time for Richard, and it's going to be interesting to see where Richard comes out next to Richard.
Is that Sean leaving the pits already, or is that him entering? I'm not 100% sure
yeah,
where all the pit boxes are.
He hasn't pit yet. So he's getting lifted up now. It looks like he had a little bit of damage. I saw his nose pop out a little bit there on the pit. We do have unlimited fast repairs.
It looks like Sean's stop is actually going to be slow.
Oh, it's going to be slow. Is he getting tires?
Very slow.
Did he get... I wonder if he got... Did he get speeding?
I don't know.
Wishown is still in front of Hibbs, or comes out in front of Hibbs. Hibbs was ahead when they went in, I believe.
Yeah, Sean is still in the pit.
Yes, got black flag. Sean got a black flag. He either was speeding or missed the entry. I don't think he missed the entry. He must have been caught speeding with a 52.8 second pit stop. I'm guessing he had a 40-second penalty.
And
So
with
another
15 minutes to go.
Another pit mishap in the feature. Last week being Morgan, kind of stealing the possible win from him. And now this week stealing a possible win from Sean. I did notice when we were watching Wishown come in behind him that there was smoke from tire lockup. So I'm guessing
I saw two cars stopped out on the outside of the track. I just couldn't tell who they were.
Oh, yeah, I noticed there was smoke in front of Wishown in the pit lane, so I'm guessing Sean was hard on the brakes and didn't quite get it slowed enough. So Wishown's going to be our new leader with Richard Hibbs within a second behind him. Brandon Dooley kind of falling off more, being 7 seconds behind them. Everybody has pit now. Daniel, we'll have to keep an eye on Daniel. And of course, Peter and Chris still going at it back here. These guys have had an incredible race this entire time. It just seems like one of them will get a little mishap and the other one will get by, then the next one will get a little mishap and the other one will get by.
You think they're getting sick of looking at each other already?
Yeah, especially in those so similar liveries. A lot of the kind of same colors. One's just a little like navy blue instead of black. Oh, and he sneaks up the inside, almost pushes Peter wide. But Peter seems to hold it right there. Coming around to the last corner. This is one of the most important corners on the track because that straightaway is so long after. If you don't get a good run out of this, all your chances of trying to get something done at the hairpin are just out the window. So they have a little bit of a gap there. We also have a little further back, Kerry Brooks trying to fight his way back after that spin. Currently catching up to Joe Lee, who is a new pro this year. He was a amateur last year, but proved himself to be just suddenly fast. It seemed like through the season he just was faster and faster and faster every single race. So we upgraded him to pro this season. And speaking of that, Logan Key's right in front of them. So if this was last season, we would be having a great amateur race going on right here. Logan seemed to have snuck away from all the other amateurs.
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of the showing that he started to have last week too. But he had unfortunately just had one major mishap where I think he lost I think it was the rear end of his car, and he just got placed down and he couldn't get his way quite back up to where he was before.
Yep. So yeah, he had a little bit of an upset last week, but so far this week, this is what won him the amateur championship last season. Was just he's not necessarily super fast. I mean, obviously he's fast enough to be in the top 10, which is all the rest in the pro class. So he's definitely got some speed, but more than that, he's just been super consistent.
Yeah, I mean, his fastest lap so far this race has only been a 38.5 compared to a lot of people running 37s around him. But here he is, keeping up and putting up a fight.
Absolutely.
Speaking
of that, Peter just throwing in a 37.4 for the new fastest lap of the race. And he is around Chris Stowden. Or no, was he around him before? Can't remember. Oh, we had Chris pass and then Peter pass him back. Let's have a little look. Oh, it's down in the chicane. So they kind of went out wide again, just like that other lap.
Yeah, it's a tough passing opportunity because one car has the inside, then the other car has the inside, and the other car has the inside again.
Yeah, you kind of have to have a big advantage to get that chicane pass done. Because you're kind of, yay, I'm on the inside, and then, wait, no, I'm not. Wait, yeah, I am.
There's also a very specific line that is actually fast through that chicane because of how awkward it is.
Yes. Yes, if you want to be fast through there, you got to be single file for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like we got Kenny with a crash. Kenny's not having the race that he had last week, that's for sure. But he also didn't have any time to practice for this one.
So when I spoke to him before the race, asked if he was comfortable, he said, absolutely not. Don't be disappointed in me.
That's the corner he just spun out there is a corner that'll catch you out a lot. It's one of those where you're braking, you're having to trail brake the car when you're still wanting to, as you're still turning, I should say. Mm-hmm. And it's really easy to get the rear end to slide out on all kinds of cars. Mm-hmm. Not just these. So, and these are even worse about it. So it's extra difficult here. And now we got Peter on the back of Kerry? Where did Kerry come from? No, that wasn't Kerry.
That wasn't Kerry.
That was Joe. Or not Joe, Jeff. That was Jeff Oakes. He's running the same livery as Kerry. This another Six Sigma livery. Okay, that really confused me. It's like, wait, where'd Kerry come from?
I was trying to look at the side of the car, and I couldn't see the number.
Yeah, the numbers are so small on these. You can't really. It's hard to use them as an identifier.
Yeah, I mean, there's no number on the front, so when you're looking at them from the front, you're kind of like, it's a color.
Yeah. And up front, we got Richard Hibbs within striking distance of Richard Washown now with about 5 minutes left to go. So this could be an interesting battle for the win.
Yeah, that last lap, Richard Washown ran a 1:37.7, and then Richard Hibbs also ran a 1:37.7. The difference is 0.04 of a second. I had to pause to make sure I could say that word.
Yeah, they are absolutely neck and neck. So we got 5 minutes left. What do you think? We got maybe 3 laps left?
I believe probably about 3 to 4 laps, maybe if they're really fast, but I keep watching the temperature. It's down to 82 degrees Fahrenheit with 5 minutes to go.
Wow, it is just dropping. There's not even really any clouds, I don't believe.
No, the ambient temperature hasn't changed much either. It's just the track temperature is just deciding to cool off.
Yeah, the sun's getting lower, so it's starting to cool off. Go away from these guys just for a second. We got Ken Chrisman on the back of Nathan Mishler. Nathan's going to take the inside. Let's see if Ken can do anything on the outside here. Oh, he has a little bit of a lockup. Doesn't lose too much ground, though. Nathan gave him room. He didn't use all the exit. Side by side. Nathan's going to take that left-hander. That's Nathan saying we.
As we said, fun is mandatory.
Yep. Having a good little race there. Oh, we got Hibbs is. I just saw Hibbs is like 2/10 behind, and we have some lap traffic going on here. Is there any lap traffic ahead? There might be. No, there's one coming up, but it's a few seconds up here. Kerry Brooks caught up to Logan Key. It's going to be the same story of the night of being on the outside of the hairpin at the end of the straight and not being able to make the pass. Somebody's joining back on track there. Clean rejoin. We always appreciate that. Is Kerry going to be able to do something here? Let's have a little look in from the. Wait, can I do the roof? Is there a roof cam? I don't have a roof cam for these.
I don't believe there's a roof cam.
We'll have a look in Kerry's gyro here as they come up to the chicane. See if he tries to make any moves. Oh, he gets up on him, but there's really no room to go. He's just not close enough to strike.
Yeah, if I was in Kerry's position, I'd probably be waiting for either this corner or the corner after the straight right here. Just focus on getting a clean exit and then just possibly out-braking.
Whoa! What happened there? That was exciting. I think Logan used a little more brakes than Kerry was expecting.
I believe so, yeah.
That's going to push off Kerry for this last corner.
I believe we also had something happen to Joe Lee.
Oh,
he was getting chased down by Sean Ryan, and they were about 40 seconds off of the leader, and now Sean's down to 45 seconds, and Joe Lee's completely off the board.
Yeah, he's in the pits now. Joe Lee and Sean Ryan crashed. Let's have a look at that. I'm guessing Sean going for a pass, maybe? Ooh. Oh, that was so close. Oh, that is unfortunate. That's one of those moments where you decide you're going to take the outside. I mean, I don't think he really decided a little late. Maybe because Sean had the momentum on him, but look at that thing crab. Wow. Yeah. Oh, and then no, somebody else got caught up in it. Oh. But yeah, that is. Let's get back to live here.
Yeah,
that's one of those that, like, I decided I'm going to move over, and then after you start moving, your spotter says left side.
Left.
Yeah.
On your left.
It's just some rough timing there.
I was watching Sean's time. He was about 39 seconds behind the leader. Without that 40-second penalty, he would have been effectively in the lead as we see the white flag fly.
White flag flies. They just barely got that lap in. They just now hit 45 minutes. So we're on the last lap. We're side by side going around the last lap. This is going to be a good one. Richard Hibbs takes the lead. Going to have the inside of that corner. Gets him in front. Oh, Chris is saying hi. In the chat.
Go ahead,
Good to see you, Chris. We're on the last lap. Exciting things happening. Richard's holding him off, but Wishown is just right there. See what happens as we come down to the chicane. Wishown's going to take the outside. Can't quite keep it beside him. Still really just not giving any distance in there.
Richard amazing that they can run this close.
Yeah, Richard may be gaining a little bit here, but not much. As we're coming up to the last turn. As long as it's clean, Richard should... Well, they're both Richards. Hibbs should have it.
Richard should be keeping ahead of Richard coming down the final straight.
Yeah. And Richard Hibbs, there's no way Wishown's going to have enough draft to do anything. Richard Hibbs takes the win for week 3 at Fuji in the Six Sigma Road League. I was going to say the whole sim racing thing and then it got tongue twisted.
Six Sigma sim racing at Mount Fuji in the LMP3s.
Brandon Dooley comes by in 3rd. Declan is 4th. Peter finishes 5th in front of Chris, who he battled all race. It's a good showing between those two. Jimmy takes 7th. He's going for the wall. I see the sand trap works as intended. Kerry Brooks finishes in 8th. Oh, I just got like a dry sore spot in my throat. Oh, that hurt. Logan Key comes by in 9th. Sean coming down in... Yep. I feel you, Sean. I 100% feel that. Skylar doing the same, coming in 11th. Leighton not adding to the pile, coming in 12th. Ryan Phillips going to be coming down in 13th. We got Nathan, who is our biggest mover, positive mover, at 13 positions up, tied by Corey Abbott, but Corey doesn't quite count because he wasn't here for the first race, so he started in last. So great race for Nathan there, crawling up all those positions. He's also going to take third for the AMs. I forgot to call that out. Logan's first for the AMs, Ryan Phillips second, Nathan's third. And then Ken Crispin, that rounds out the top 15. I guess I will call the... I gotta get over and I'm clicking the wrong things. Here we go.
Nathaniel Mishler had a great race, up 13 positions up into 14th to take that podium spot on the AM side of things.
I'm gonna call these pros out here. Good race there, guys. Pros, you're good. You can move on. The AMs, sorry I'm a little late on calling them out. Logan Key, Ryan Phillips, and Nathan. If you can line up at the line, that would be cool. Oh.
There's a
Logan, Ryan, and Nathan. If you can line up at the line, that would be cool. I just noticed my mic cut out because I clicked.
There's some
we are on the way.
going on in the pits.
I don't like how shocked you sounded that I got on the podium. That's kind of mean.
Did I sound shocked? I mean, you're up 13 positions.
I know. I was really hoping Abbott would get the biggest mover. That last lap fuel thing made me almost cry in the car.
I think he's tied with Corey Abbott with how many positions they've moved up.
Yeah, and Corey cheated.
I know. School's important.
Sorry, we got to push Ryan.
However.
He's going a little slow and ran out of fuel.
I think that means he's disqualified.
Get a little
Sorry,
bit of
the fuel sample requirement.
Hopefully he'll make it all the way up to the line there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got some good momentum going up there.
Nathan's there. Okay, Nathan's going to help him out if he...
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Oh, that's a little stiff. Easy now.
Our push car ran out of fuel, too.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Did you run out of gas?
Yeah, I ran out of gas on the inlet there.
All right, that should work. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Great win, Logan.
You have to put it into R for race, right?
That's right. Whoa, Logan with the big spin coming through.
Sorry, I forgot which button was get out of
having
car.
some good celebrating. All right, well, let's bring up the results here. And then I have an interview button. I think it just says interview. Yeah, it just says interview, and I can like click a name, I think, and then it... Nope, it definitely doesn't. Well, whatever. We're interviewing things. It says that on screen now.
Interview SDK and why it doesn't want to work.
We'll bring in, who was... Oh, these are the heat results. I did it again. I was good after the heat and got the heat results, but we missed it this time. Let me we'll put the music up a little bit, not too much. All right, and let's have a little look in Discord. Try to get some of these through. I don't have a whole lot of time, so let's pull. Who was Brandon third? Brandon was third. Let's pull.
We have Rich, and
Can
Brandon.
I pull more than one? I can't.
At a time, no, but you could just
No.
pull them all.
I was thinking about forcing them into the waiting room, but whatever. We'll just do my normal yank them by the neck in here. Oops. Oh, here we go. Hey, Brandon, are you there?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, that was a pretty good race out there.
That was exciting. That was my normal. I don't have the speed of people at the front, but I'm just going to keep playing the attrition game and let something come to me. So it's nice to not get hit in the sprint race. So
Yeah.
didn't get the streak 3 weeks out of 3. So finally had 2 clean races, 0x both of them. So that was good.
Yeah, in the sprint, were you ahead of all that action in the?
I was not.
In the chicane?
I was right behind it. So Jimmy and Declan and Rich and all them were the cars immediately in front. Yeah, it looked like Declan didn't realize Jimmy was there. He cut to go back underneath Rich into that hairpin chicane, and Jimmy was there, and that started a bunch of mayhem. But I couldn't see anything, and who was getting collected because of all the smoke.
Yeah.
I was just waiting to see the apex reappear and them all be past it, and fortunately that's kind of how it played out. So it was good.
Yeah,
And
well,
from
yeah.
there, just run consistent and hope those guys don't chase me down.
lucky sneak through there. Yeah, we have quite the competition up there in the pro
That's
class
tough.
this season. I mean,
Yeah,
out of the top 8 of the feature are all pros. Logan was the highest amateur at 9th, but I mean that was even with Sean having a penalty in the pits and another incident happened. And Skyler, our last winner, I mean, it's pretty much anyone in the top 12 could win.
anybody's got a chance on any night, kind of. It's just the way it plays out. Looks like Sean had pit stop issues or something like that. Couldn't quite tell what he said over the radio there.
Guessing he got speeding in pits because he had a 40-second penalty he had to sit through.
Okay. We were wondering if he just got 4 tires or something and just was up on the jacks way too long.
Nope, he definitely got a black flag.
Yeah, so we had a Buckeye, so it's our whole endurance team was up on the podium tonight. So first time that's happened this season. We brought a few guys in from other leagues, and our endurance team decided to run this season. So Richard Wishon and Philip Scott's not been here the past couple weeks, but he's part of the group and stuff like that. Those guys are all good. Morgan's been under the weather, I think, pretty seriously, so miss him out here.
Yeah, we always miss Morgan around.
Back soon. But yeah, it was cool to see all 3 our Buckeye endurance team, or some of our team up there. That was cool.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the podium finish.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, have a good one. Thanks for everything.
Get Richard Wishown up here. I think we missed him last week. Hey, Richard, are you there?
Hello.
Hey, what a battle you guys had there. That was great.
Oh man, I was sweating bullets the last 5-6 laps watching Rich close it in every time in the last sector.
Yeah.
He was a lot better than I was in that last. I think he might have mentioned he took a left front, and I didn't take any tires at all. So I
a little
really
sneaky.
struggling.
Oh yeah, I mean throughout the whole race with the pit strategies and everything, you guys were just seemed like you're fighting it out the whole time. I know you guys come from the same community. Were you guys trying to work together to get to Sean there before he got his penalty?
No, not really. I knew if he caught me and got a really good run, I was just going to let him go that way because I had nothing for Sean. Sean was very fast. And my thought process was if Rich gets a really good run, he can have it and hopefully he'll pull me along. But I never did show up before the pits, at least.
Yeah, I did. We saw him get around at one point. It looked like he kind of slowed up to let him around, and that's what we were kind of wondering if you guys were maybe planning something together. But
we didn't plan that together, but that was my thought process going through the whole thing, because he, like I said, I have nothing for Sean. Sean
yeah, definitely the
really fast.
Definitely the smart way to do it for sure. And taking P2 for the feature. Did you have P2 last week?
Yes. I believe so.
You were up there last week.
P3,
yeah.
P3.
P3. Okay, I knew you were up there. A little bit of having to crawl your way back last week after that. Was it you and Sean that got together on track?
Yeah, because Sean went off in the, I don't know what corner number, but the high bank, and coming into, I saw him wrecking, but when I started into the corner, I lost total visibility.
Yeah,
I was just guessing.
I remember watching that. Yeah, we saw that on the broadcast last week, and that was one of those things. It's like that's bad timing, because I don't think they could see each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Worst part was I took him out, I believe, as I think I'd ended his race. So, but we made it back up this week for the most part. It looked like I believe he might have had a little issues on the pit road exchange. I was hoping to catch him on the pits, because I was trying to save a little bit of fuel in the draft, and I got it, but it looks like he might have had some issues, because he dropped farther than I thought he would.
Yeah, we were watching you as you were coming in the pits, and he was in front there, and I noticed I saw some smoke from tires locking up down there. I'm assuming I know he got a black flag. I'm assuming he got speeding in the pits, because he was held for 40 seconds. So gotcha. Unfortunate for him, but congrats on taking that P2. And it's been great having more guys from your community out here, having some really good racing for sure.
Definitely, I'm really enjoying it.
It's always good to hear. So, yeah, congrats on your P2, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds great. See you then.
Let's grab Richard. The other Richard. Hey, Rich.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. That was a great race to watch there at the end.
Yeah, thanks. It's always fun racing with Richard. He's come a long way in the last 2 years. I've been working with him with a little bit of driver coaching as well over the past year or so, and he's epically fast and pretty hard to make a mistake, so it was just trying to take advantage of where I had some pace on him.
Yeah, he definitely seems pretty consistent. Of course, I got to race with him a little bit in that Formula Ford League that unfortunately, my Thursday nights got busy, so I couldn't keep going, but he always seemed consistent in that, and in this league so far, he seems to be super consistent, and seems like it's hard to get a mistake out of him.
Yeah.
You did definitely have the pace on him tonight.
Yeah, I totally messed up my pit stop, so it got a lot closer than it was supposed to be, but yeah, just before the pit stop, I like this car on low fuel and worn tires. It starts getting into accepting my driving style, and then I started picking up the pace just before the stop, started chasing down Ryan, and then when I stopped, I totally screwed up my pit stop. I usually cut the fuel as it's getting close to, like, if a race had 12 minutes to go, I cut it as the timer gets over 14 minutes and hit go. Well, that is exactly when my fuel preset ended, which then started refueling the car again.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I was in neutral somehow.
I did notice that. Oh, yeah, that doesn't help. I did notice that most cars were 11 to 13 seconds in their pit stops, and yours was almost 16. It was a 15.8.
Yep.
So yeah, we were kind of wondering what happened there, possibly.
Trying to be smart and ended up being really dumb.
Yeah, got a little bit of a lucky break with Sean getting a penalty going into the pit, getting a black flag going into the pits there.
Is that what happened to him? Oh, we
yeah,
thought he took tires.
Unfortunately, I can't see the exact thing. I don't think it was a pit entry. I'm assuming it was speeding, but either way, he definitely had a flag to hold him for 40 seconds.
Oh, that sucks.
So that's
I was
yeah,
actually
it's
looking
pretty
forward
rough.
to the battle that I was gonna have with him if I didn't mess up the stop, and then replace that with a battle with Richard. So I'll take it.
Yeah, it was a great battle. It's unfortunate for Sean, but I mean, we still got a great battle out of it. So it was great to watch on the last few laps there in the broadcast.
Yeah, with about 4 laps to go or something like that, I got a huge run onto the front straight, and I was trying to get it so I could be within like 3/10 going onto the straight. If you're 5, there's not enough closing to get it done by the end of the straight.
I haven't really asked, I guess, or haven't heard from anyone. How well does this draft down that long straight? Do these cars draft very much?
It drafts well, but if you're just a little bit far back, it really needs to be within the half second. If you're out just that half second, it doesn't draft as well.
Okay, it's a little slow to start to pick up.
So I came out of that last corner finally at 0.3, but he had a draft from somebody else in front of him. And I was like,
yeah.
I've been working so hard to just get to here because there's after the long carousel to the left, I was struggling in there, and I would gain a bunch of time and then lose it all in that one corner every lap. So I finally fixed that for 1 lap, managed to keep it close to him, and then we get through the last corner within 3/10. Okay, I've got this, and then he had the draft down straight, and it basically negated my draft. It made it so I could have an attempt on him, but I wasn't anywhere near as far alongside. And then I finally got to do it again on the last lap. I finally got down to that same gap. On the lap before, it was kind of not really there, and I just kind of wanted to hide exactly what I was going to do, which was I knew he was going to defend, and I wanted him to stay as far to the right as possible. So that's why you see me just before the brake zone. I'm leaving him tight to the inside of the track, and then I just disappear on him, and hoping that he would stay tight and have to really overslow the apex.
Oh yeah.
A ton of speed and hope for the best, and it worked.
Yeah, it definitely worked. It was great seeing that battle. Congrats on your P1, and as I told the other guys, it's been great having you guys come over, having more of your guys come over from your community.
Yeah, Buckeye 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's a great turnout for sure. And so, Yep, congrats on your win, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let's who do we got in the amateurs real quick here? We got Logan, Ryan, and Nathan. Are they all? Logan's there, Ryan's there. Yeah, I think I'll just pull them all in. I don't have much time.
Ham party.
I'm pulling people. Ooh, another one.
Oh boy.
Another one.
Oh boy.
I'm just pulling people.
Oh no.
I don't have.
Hang on.
I don't have a whole lot of free time left in my other interviews. I'm bad about making interviews a little too long. I need to get to the point, shorten them up.
You gotta pre-write the questions.
Yeah, I need to pre-write them. I like to talk too much and ramble. So
this gives me the chance to do even more role play as a racing driver to practice my short answers.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we had a great Portillo's Promble P3 today. Really cutting through the corners real fast.
Yeah, how was moving up through the field there? You were our biggest mover besides the cheater Corey, who wasn't he wasn't there for the heat race, so.
He also ran out of fuel at the end, so I ended up beating him on that. I was really sad. I was like, "Oh, you did such a good job."
But he was disqualified because he wasn't in the heat race, so he started the feature last because he was late, so he was disqualified anyways.
Yeah, I had 12x after lap 1 in the heat. Got blocked on the right side trying to go into the pits on the lap I wanted to pit to get the repair. Got a speeding penalty, so I fell all the way to the back. And then just cruised around for a couple laps, finished out the heat, and then just hung back as far as possible at the start because I was like, I don't want to get killed in the hairpin again. And then just kept it smooth the whole way through. I think I had 5x and it was all little off tracks. And yeah, just kept it smooth.
Yep, you're pretty low on incidents for the feature.
Yeah, definitely not the sprint though. Don't look at that one.
That one's not on the screen anymore, thankfully. Yeah, that's what I guess that gives the whole story. I was kind of wondering why you were so far back and moving up so much during the feature. I missed I guess all the stuff happened that made you fall back so much.
Lots of drama in the first race led to a very eventful second race.
Yeah, it was great driving in the second race. Congrats on the P3 in the amateur standings. And then in P2 we had Ryan Phillips.
All right. Glad to be back this week after missing last week, and I'm really enjoying the P3 so far. This is a new car for me. I'm usually a GT car driver. I haven't really done a lot of driving in prototypes, and I'm really enjoying this. I find that the car feels a lot like a GTE, so that's kind of the way I drive it, and that's a class that I'm a really big fan of. And yeah, it was a fun race tonight in the feature. I had a couple of unfortunate spins. I was just telling Logan when we were chilling in the green room that I felt like I was maybe catching a bit in the middle of the feature race, and then I had a couple of unfortunate spins that were completely on me. Just the P3 being unforgiving and biting me in a couple of corners. We kept it out of the wall everywhere, and then also Nathan really helped me out there at the end. Me and Nathan were racing with Ken Chrisman towards the end of the race, and Nathan and Ken were really going at it, and that allowed me to kind of catch up a little bit. Me and Ken were running very similar pace throughout the race, and Nathan lost it a little bit, and I think that the chicane in the third sector, and I got around, both me and Ken got around him there, and then I was trying to stay right on Ken's bumper and set him up for a pass coming down the front stretch, and he lost it in the last corner and spun, and that gave me and Nathan a couple of spots there at the end. So it was an eventful race, but very fun.
We were in reverse speed order was the problem, as the slowest of the three of us in the front of the three of us, and then working our way backwards to the fastest one, and I was like, uh-oh.
You kept it right on my bumper for the rest of the race after that too, though. You had some pace.
And then Logan, of course, just smoking all of us.
Yeah.
Keeping it smooth and going fast up front.
Yep.
Well, it's good to see you back this weekend, taking that P2.
Thank you. Good to be back.
And then, of course, we had Logan with the P1, just keeping it clean.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was talking to Carrie.
I would say usual. You had the little bad luck last week, but keeping it clean and just moving.
Yeah. Last week was all self-induced spins with me trying to be a little advantageous, but I think I checked with Carrie. I got another 0x this week, which that was my biggest issue last season. I had 5 DNFs last week in the GT3s, just because of spinning or not paying attention to fuel, all sorts of stuff. So my main goal this season was to just stay clean and finish every single race, and so far so good. So that's just my motto going forward this whole season, is just finish, and then hopefully everyone else, you know, makes their mental errors and I can capitalize on that and just try to improve my pace as the season goes. Because right now there's a pretty big gap between the top 10 and then everyone else. Those guys are fast, so
For
that's
real.
my goal, is to try to catch up to those guys while keeping it clean at the same time.
Yeah, there's we definitely have some this season we have some really good contenders, kind of just all around in both of the classes.
I guess maybe this season it's a product of prototypes, but the time or the pace spread seems a bit bigger this season than it did last season. But we've got a lot of fast prototype drivers in here. But it's great to see such big fields.
Yeah, it's awesome seeing the big fields. Yeah, and I have noticed there's not as much with people being, you know, within like a half second of each other. There's not quite as much of that this season. That last season, that was all the first half of the race, and after the pitting, everybody kind of split up some. But we still have some great battles going on, and I mean, pretty much anybody else in the amateurs, a lot of you guys drive about the same kind of lap times.
Yeah, it's pretty
Logan's
wild.
just been keeping it clean, and it seems to be saving him more.
For sure.
More weeks.
It's been wild being in the field and just being like, oh, all of us are like running within like half a second of each other, and
Yeah.
we're all like bunched up occasionally, but then, you know, somebody has a little off or whatever, and everyone kind of spreads out, and then it just becomes like driving to your pace, trying to keep people ahead behind management a lot of the time, which, I mean, it's a fun way to race still. Like, watching that relative and seeing someone slowly creep up to you is just as terrifying as having someone right behind you for 6 laps.
Because you're just waiting for what's coming.
Yeah, you should be glad you don't hear my voice comms during the race. Ryan has to sit through that, where I'm going, no.
Well, we got plenty of wheeze.
Yeah, no, that was
from you
I'm
this
trying
race.
to do bits. I'm a bit guy. So the bit this week was I was only saying "we" on voice comms until the race was over.
I was almost gonna go like full conspiracy theory, and I don't think there's a guy that watches my streams named Corbin, and I don't think you'd know him at all, but he has a recording of me saying "we." And it's like a bit redeem on my Twitch channel and everything. And since you were doing the "we" thing every time, I was like, is that the sound file of me saying it?
No, but now I'm going to figure out how to do that. You've given me a goal for the next few days.
So yeah, that had me a little bit confused. To just a completely weird coincidence. But
I'm just a weird person, and I do weird things sometimes. I mean, I painted 5 cars in like the span of 3 days for this.
Hey, being weird is
And they
fun.
look great.
Well, congrats on your all your podiums.
Thank you.
And I guess we'll hopefully see all you guys next week.
Next week.
Next week's
debating
gonna
on
be
taking
great.
the drop week for
Yeah,
the Norwich life.
it's gonna be a little different being at Nord's. But
It's
then it's our last one before our break, so it's kind of a mid-season finale. I don't know what you'd call that for sure, but
Yeah, the summer break, as F1 calls it.
yeah,
There you go.
As we head back
it's
to
our
like,
it's our fall league summer break.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hopefully, the second half of the schedule is a lot more comfortable for me with Daytona and Atlanta and Laguna Seca. So
Yeah,
hopefully
we
I can
got a lot
focus
of the
more
staples.
I don't like the sound of that. You're already beating us so
Yeah,
much.
this is not what I need to hear. Gotta just really capitalize on the noise.
Yeah, these
next
tracks, not feeling comfortable about those ones though. I got those.
Suzuka, Zambor, and Fuji. I never raced the first two in my life. I never owned them.
Oh no.
And then Fuji, for GT3 we did, but it was, I think that was another DNF race for me, so I didn't get a ton of practice on it.
I still don't know Zandvoort because I got sick last week.
Yeah, it was an interesting track. Okay, well, I have to do it. My girlfriend has called me plenty of times on my phone, so I need to address that.
Yep.
I will maybe see everyone next week.
There you go.
You better show up. I'm holding you to it.
Yep,
hopefully we will. Practice labs.
I need to get out of here as well, so
I'll let you go.
Congrats on your spots, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for the broadcast.
Yeah. Oh, they got out. Okay. Well, I'm going to bring up the standings real quick to see if I can do a trick that's not going to work, most likely. Because I'm not exactly sure how this works. We'll empty the screen, and I will pop up the pro points. And these are the points from before the race. So now we're just we're doing a little experiment here that's you're gonna fail miserably. I'm already clicking the wrong button. Okay, we need this up, and look at this. And can I nope, I don't. It's still not working. I guess I don't have this set up right. I was hoping I would be able to pull in the points from this race and show, I guess, unofficial results for the standings, but unfortunately not. It looks like Skylar is going to be dropping down from the leader spot potentially, though, as Daniel finished up in the top fourth, or in fourth. And he had a little bit of a, Skylar had a little bit of a rough week this week. But we will see how that works out. I guess thanks to Brett for joining me in the booth, and thanks for everybody watching and everybody that showed up to race. And we will see you next week at Nords. And also, if you're in the Discord, come on over tomorrow for Oval League and have some fun at not an oval track.
Absolutely nothing will go wrong, I swear.
Yeah, it'll be a perfectly clean, perfectly great race with no issues at all. We actually have some new guys in Oval League this season, and they have been a great add-on so far. It's been a lot of fun racing with those guys. So it's going to be interesting to see. They're definitely fast on the oval. It's going to be interesting to see how quick they are on the road course. I'm sure they are not slow. And with that, I guess that's us. See you next week.
Have a great night.